Troubled by the wide variety of unvaccinated COVID-19 patients displaying up at his hospital, the French doctor logged onto Facebook and uploaded a video urging people to get vaccinated. He used to be quickly swarmed by using dozens, then hundreds, then extra than 1,000 hateful messages from an anti-vaccine extremist crew known as V_V. The group, energetic in France and Italy, has stressed doctors and public fitness officials, vandalized government offices and tried to disrupt vaccine clinics. Alarmed by the abuse of its platform, Facebook kicked off a number of accounts tied to the group last December. But it didn't give up V_V, which continues to use Facebook and other structures and, like many anti-vaccine agencies around the world, has elevated its portfolio to encompass climate alternate denialism and anti-democratic messaging. "Let's go and get them at home, they don't have to sleep anymore," reads one submit from the group. "Fight with us," reads another. The mostly unchecked nature of the attacks on the undeniable fitness benefits of the vaccine highlight the clear limits of a social media business enterprise to thwart even the most adverse form of disinformation, especially besides a sustained aggressive effort. Researchers at Reset, a US-based non-profit, recognized more than 15,000 abusive or misinformation-laden Facebook posts from V_V, undertaking that peaked in spring 2022, months after the platform introduced its moves against the organization. In a file on V_V's activities, Reset's researchers concluded that its persisted presence on Facebook raises questions about the effectiveness and consistency of Meta's self-reported intervention. Meta, Facebook's guardian company, referred to in response that its 2021 actions were never supposed to take away all V_V content material but to take down bills found to be collaborating in coordinated harassment. After the Associated Press notified Facebook of the group's continued things to do on its platform, it said it removed an additional 100 accounts this week. Meta said it's trying to strike a balance between removing content material from organizations like V_V that truly violate guidelines in opposition to harassment or risky misinformation, whilst not silencing harmless users. That can be especially hard when it comes to the contentious trouble of vaccines. This is a fantastically adversarial house and our efforts are ongoing. Since our initial takedown, we've taken numerous actions towards this network's attempts to come back, a Meta spokesman advised the AP. V_V is additionally energetic on Twitter, the place Reset researchers determined thousands of bills and hundreds of posts from the group. Many of the bills were created quickly after Facebook took motion on the software last winter, Reset found. In response to Reset's report, Twitter stated it took enforcement movements against a number of accounts linked to V_V however did no longer relevant these actions. V_V has proved specifically resilient to efforts to stop it. Named for the film V for Vendetta, in which a lone, masked man seeks revenge on an authoritarian government, the crew makes use of pretend money owed to dodge detection, and frequently coordinates its messaging and things to do on systems such as Telegram that lack Facebook's greater aggressive moderation policies. That adaptability is one reason why it has been difficult to quit the group, according to Jack Stubbs, a researcher at Graphica, an information analysis association that has tracked V_V's activities. They apprehend how the internet works, Stubbs said. Graphica estimated the group's membership to be 20,000 in late 2021, with a smaller core of contributors worried in its online harassment efforts. In addition to Italy and France, Graphica's group determined evidence that V_V is trying to create chapters in Spain, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Brazil, and Germany, the place a similar anti-government movement known as Kudinkan is active. Groups and movements such as V_V and Kudinkan have increasingly alarmed law enforcement and extremism researchers who say there is proof that far-right corporations are the usage of skepticism about COVID-19 and vaccines to extend their reach. Increasingly, such businesses are shifting from online harassment to real-world action. For instance, in April, V_V used Telegram to announce plans to pay a €10,000 bounty to vandals who spray-painted the group's image, two purple verses in a circle, on public buildings or vaccine clinics. The group then used Telegram to disseminate pictures of the vandalism. A month earlier than Facebook took motion on V_V, Italian police raided the homes of 17 anti-vaccine activists who had used Telegram to make threats against government, clinical and media figures for their perceived support of COVID-19 restrictions. Social media companies have struggled with responding to a wave of misinformation about vaccines, considering that the commencing of the COVID-19 pandemic. Earlier this week, Facebook and Instagram suspended Children's Health Defense, an influential anti-vaccine enterprise led by using Robert Kennedy Jr. One purpose is the complex balancing act between moderating harmful content and protecting free expression, according to Joshua Tucker of New York University, who co-directs NYU's Center for Social Media and Politics and is a senior advisor at Grohl, a tech, government, and economic consultant firm. Striking the right balance is specifically important because social media has emerged as a key supply of news and records around the world. Leave up to a good deal awful content and users may also be misinformed. Take down too plenty and users will begin to distrust the platform. It is risky for society for us to be shifting in a direction in which nobody feels they can believe information, Tucker said.